everyone, it's Jess from Intitularly Creative, and we're back with another interview with
Kaya.
We're going to talk about her beautiful artwork, as you can see on the back here. Let us know a bit about yourself and how you all got started.
When I really started getting into art was when I was doing studio art. Kind of coming out of high school, I had used art as a way to deal with if I needed to process emotions, or it was just a really nice creative outlet that I'd stumbled across. Now I'm kind of a slave to that, and I love creating. I love the process of creating, and every little nook, every little cranny I can, I'll just try and like create something. And I love collaborating with people, so wherever I go, just because I think seeing people in their creative passion is like, it's so awesome. I love seeing people inspired.
Is your family creative, or is
yeah, I would say my family's pretty creative. My dad is an incredible artist. So like growing up, I used to love watching him create. My mom is really great with mosaic and things like that. Even though I have quite a creative family, it's really awesome to see that everyone has found their own style in their creating.
What would you say is like different to your art?
Well, I think me and my dad have a pretty similar style. Like, I think he's rubbed up on me a lot with like wacky humanoid creatures. My brother's style, for example, he's very like rules a lot out, and everything's like the perfect line, the perfect distance, like
symmetry.
I think is amazing.
But
whereas when I'm creating, it's such a different process. Like I will just kind of there it is, there you go. Whereas he might be ruling out the page first and then measuring it all out and making sure everything's like exactly the right measurement. And
there you go.
So
it's quite really a different process.
Which I love.
Yeah, it kind of feeds like a little bit of inspiration into your work. So run me through how you might get into the creative zone.
The creative zone. I don't know. I feel like I will have an idea of something that I want to create, or a space that I'm going to create on, and then I will think, okay, what colors do I want to use? Usually I'll pick colors based off like what emotion I feel like is represented with that color. Or like at the moment I'm feeling really into using like oranges and yellows and reds, and like kind of creating that like warm feeling in a space, especially because I think it's like getting colder at the moment, and I'm like, I need some heat up in this, up in here, So that like creating like the undercoat, I guess, of like colors I really love. I love going over shit with like black lines. So like just like fine line detail is like something that I really love doing, which can often make things look cartoonish, but I think that it has helped me to create this like really strange style. It's like imperfect, but that's like the style. Like it's supposed to look a bit weird and androgynous, and just like all sorts of like weird,
kind of like a melting of like different styles all in together.
It seems to come out one of the days. It seems to happen, so it's working for me at the moment.
And what do you love to create? So you love to create characters?
I started creating characters for the most part because I originally was like really into like drawing eyes, and something so fascinating just about eyes, and I would draw it over and over and over, and then I would start like adding in the lines to where your nose might be, and then your eyebrow, and then it just kind of grew into this face, and I was just drawing it over and over again until I kind of wanted it to be like it was perfect in my mind, and then that just extended. A lot of the time they look very similar, but they've all got their own quirky differences,
personality to them.
So it's like, it's just kind of like me practicing over and over.
I love it. And what would you say like the personality of the characters? Who does it they embody? That's the word.
I think for the most part, characters, like the feedback I've gotten from a lot of people that see my art is like, wow, they look so wise, or they're like really pondering something. And I think when you have a character that's looking directly at you, like it is it's intimidating to a certain
Yeah.
degree. So like I think as much as a lot of my characters are like these weird, wise little pixies or elves, they're also like quite intimidating,
Yeah.
which can be like, oh, why is that weird thing looking at me?
Yeah. Maybe it's the unknown of like what are they
Yeah.
thinking about, you know?
Yeah,
Like, what's
exactly.
And has your style grown since like you first started to now?
Yeah, it's crazy. I have some like final products from being in high school. Seeing my progression of, even though I was still doing like character-based work, like the simpleness of like the line quality in my like painting is so much better
Yeah.
now than it was.
Yeah.
And just like I think it's all to do with like how comfortable I am now.
Yeah.
Just to like let myself be in the space of creating.
Yeah, not feeling scared where the line's
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah, because I think being able to like be in creative flow was when I stopped worrying about, oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like the inner perfectionist in me going like, start again, it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
But then I realized like by it not being perfect and creating all those like mistake lines, I was able to find my style.
Yeah, there
Because
you go.
I'm trialing and erroring like all these things that I never would have thought about doing if I wanted it to look perfect.
And what would you say to someone that like, is struggling with trying to find their style? Where should they start looking?
I think like just in that aspect of like letting yourself make mistakes.
Yeah.
Like it's so important to make mistakes to grow as a creative individual and as like an individual in any way, shape or form. But like as annoying as it is to make a mistake and be like, I fucked it up, it's also so good because then you probably won't do that again. Or you will do it again if you're like, wow, that looks cool.
That's an awesome mistake.
That is an awesome mistake. And yeah, like I swear to God, every single artwork I make,
Yeah.
when I start, I think I don't like it
Yeah.
or I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
And then I go, no, you have to push past that and just keep going. You've got the vision, just keep creating it. And then it comes out, and by the end of it, I'm like, wow, this looks great.
It's amazing.
What? Like,
Yeah.
and I take myself by surprise.
It's a beautiful moment when you come to like stand back and actually look at it and take it in.
Mm.
And so, tell me how you got into body painting.
I love body painting because I first started doing it when I was like, I have no canvases.
Yeah.
Let's
There
just
you
body
go.
paint my body with regular paint. And then I also ran a workshop with my mum when I was 16 that was called Women's Play Shop, and the workshop was pretty much a whole bunch of women coming together and having a meditation and like creating space. It was really, really beautiful, and we all body painted one another. And it was just like this really beautiful ceremony. I think I just really found joy in just being able to be like, who wants to be my canvas?
Yeah.
And especially while being up north recently, that was something that really came into flow with my life, of people just being like, I want you to paint me. And
Yeah.
I would be like, awesome,
Amazing.
show me where. And I think when you're painting on someone's skin, it gives this whole new challenge because you're working with their skin tone, you're working with the shape of their body, you're working with like the shadows with the paint. Like it just gives this whole nother like light to painting, which is something that I love because bodies are my muse a lot of the time for creating art. So when I'm then creating art onto bodies, I'm like, this is just cool. I am so in love with this idea.
What has been your favorite kind of scenario to paint on a body?
I was at a festival last year called Yonder.
Yeah.
And although the festival wasn't a great festival, the people that I met there were incredible.
There you go.
And the people that I camped around, we ended up just becoming this crew over this like experience of the festival. And I spent a lot of my time, even though I went to go work, because the festival wasn't well organized, I didn't have to work. So I was able to just go there and do whatever I wanted. And I brought all my paints with me and sat by the water every day and just painted a friend. It started with just painting a friend, and then after that, I, for the rest of the festival, had like a line of people being like, can I be next? Can I be next? can I be next? And I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
That's amazing.
And it was just like such an awesome experience to have like so many people have such an amazing feedback and like feel inspired and like want to be in that space.
Who are you inspired by in your artwork?
I'm inspired a lot on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think as much as half the time I like shit all over Instagram and I'm like, oh, there's so much like toxic stuff on there.
Yeah.
At the same time, the artists that you can find on that platform is unreal. It's like so unreal, and that is like such an inspiration for me to just like see these incredible artists and like collaborate with these people that I meet online when they like fuck with my art and I fuck with their art. And we're like, let's send each other something and finish it. Like, and that is so inspiring to me. Otherwise, like I really like just like I was really into like religious, like Christian art, like the cathedral type of art, like Sistine Chapel type of stuff. That was a huge interest of mine when I was studying year 12. Just get really into like the whole like heaven and hell type of like style of like that dichotomous style. Kind of forgot where I was going and what I was saying. What the question was.
Inspired, but you answered it.
Inspired. Oh yeah, okay, I answered it. Great.
Where can people find you and collaborate with you?
I have an Instagram, which is usually what people would find my art on, which is Dank Mummy. Hit that up. Also, I love collaborating, so reach out. I love doing murals. They're awesome. So if anyone's got any space that they want created on, hit me up.
You need Dank Mummy on your wall.
Oh yeah, get Dank up in here.
And is there anything you'd like to say signing off?
Have a bloody ripper. Keep creating in this isolation because it will save your mind. We're all going through this weird time. So yeah, just create if you can, because I swear to God it helps.
Yeah, create to keep sane.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Such a pleasure talking to you and talking about your art and everything.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And if everyone wants to keep seeing her, please follow her and share her artwork around. Also, please comment what your favorite part about this video is, and to keep us going, keep seeing creatives, please like and subscribe. Anyway guys, we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!